Manic. Deanne Hooligan complimented my garden, so I thought I'd come into another area of the garden and read another 3 pages to you. Put on my other glasses. I can see better with you. And this is page 51 through 53, and we're in the medicinal area. It all started a long time ago, 10 or 15 billion years ago. I began a few minutes later. I'm not current on which theory is in the lead, the steady state or the Big Bang, but in either case, the universe began a long time ago. At that point, I opened my eyes and gave Ishmael a speculative look. He gave me one back and said, "Is that it? Is that the story?" No, I was just checking. I closed my eyes and began again. And then I don't know. I guess about 6 or 7 billion years ago, our own solar system was born. I have a picture in my mind from some childhood encyclopedia of blobs being thrown out or blobs coalescing. And these were the planets, which over the next couple billion years cooled and solidified. Well, let's see. Life appeared in the chemical broth of our ancient oceans about, 5 billion years ago? 3.5 or 4. Okay, bacteria, microorganisms evolved into higher forms, more complex forms, which evolved into still more complex forms. Life gradually spread to the land. I don't know, slimes at the edge of the ocean, amphibians. The amphibians moved inland, evolved into reptiles. The reptiles evolved into mammals. What was that, 1 billion years ago? Only about 1/4 billion years ago. Okay, anyway, the mammals, I don't know. Small critters in small niches under bushes and trees. From the critters in the trees came the primates. Then, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 million years ago, one branch of primates left the trees and I ran out of steam. This isn't a test, Ishmael said. The broad outlines will do, just the story as it's generally known, as it's known by bus drivers and ranch hands and senators. Okay, I said, and closed my eyes again. Okay, well, one thing led to another. Species followed species, and man finally appeared. What was that? Oh, that was what? 3 million years ago? 3 seems pretty safe. Okay, is that it? That's it in the outline. The story of creation as it's told in your culture. That's right, to the best of our present knowledge. Ishmael nodded and told me to turn off the tape recorder. Then he sat back down with a sigh that rumbled through the glass like a distant volcano, folded his hands over his central paunch, and gave me a long, inscrutable look. And you, an intelligent, moderately well-educated person, would have me believe that this isn't a myth. What's mythical about it? I didn't say there was anything mythical about it. I said it was a myth. I think I laughed nervously. Maybe I don't know what you mean by a myth. I don't mean anything you don't mean. I'm using the word in ordinary sense. Then it's not a myth. Certainly it's a myth. Listen to it. Ishmael told me to rewind the tape and play it back. After listening to it, I sat there looking thoughtful for a minute or two. For the sake of appearances, then I said, "It's not a myth." You could put that in an 8th grade science text. I don't think there's a school board anywhere that would quibble with it, leaving aside the creationists. I agree wholeheartedly. Haven't I said that the story is ambient in your culture? Children assemble it from many media, including science textbooks. Then what are you saying? Are you trying to tell me that this isn't a factual account? It's full of facts, of course, but their arrangement is purely mythical. I don't know what you're talking about. You've obviously turned off your mind. Mother Culture has crooned you to sleep. I gave him a hard look. Are you saying that evolution is a myth? No. Are you saying that man did not evolve? No. Then what is it? Ishmael looked at me with a smile. Then he shrugged his shoulders. Then he raised his eyebrows. I stared at him and thought, I'm being teased by a gorilla. It didn't help. Play it again, he told me. When it was over, I said, okay, I heard one thing. The word appeared. I said that finally man appeared. Is that it? No, it's nothing like that. I'm not quibbling over a word. It was clear from the context that the word appeared was just a synonym for evolved. Well, then what the hell is it? You're really not thinking, I'm afraid. You recited a story you've heard 1,000 times, and now you're listening to Mother Culture as she murmurs in your ear. There, there, my child. There's nothing to think about, nothing to worry about. Don't get excited. Don't listen to the nasty animal. This is no myth. Nothing I tell you is a myth. So there's nothing to think about, nothing to worry about. Just listen to my voice and go back to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I chewed on the lip for a while, and then I said, that doesn't help. All right, he said. I'll tell you a story of my own, and maybe that'll help. He nibbled for a moment on a leafy wand, closed his eyes, and began. That was up to page 53. Cheers.